get working on the front entrance here. So I'm now thinking that all of these should be glowstone blocks. Grab the glowstone. We did not have enough glowstone, probably. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, we're gonna be missing 3 glowstone. That's quite annoying. Alright, so yeah, we'll need to go to the nether to explore that, but now, yeah, it looks a little bit better when we're down there, so. But what we also need to do here, so I've been thinking maybe the cherry wood is what needs to be in the back here, not just as like this weird tower here. I think just a tower of cherry wood is not ideal. So now let's see. So let's oh, this bee is stuck. Oh. I'm so sorry for sneezing so much. Okay, I think that kind of looks nice, especially when it'll be around already. So let's get more of that in there. Here are the cherry logs. We do not have very many. Alright, we're gonna have to plant some more of these. Well, I don't know how much more bamboo we need. We certainly don't really need sugarcane anymore, but it's still nice for just because it's a farmable block, so we'll keep making more of it. So here, actually, we should go this way instead. So let's bring the cherry wood up. Maybe 1. You know, the day that they, let's take down this, I don't want to say it's an abomination, but it's certainly not, you know, well, let's use the fortune deck. It's certainly not the best pyramid that I've ever built. Oh. Did not want to fall down there. blocks fall down. Okay, so now let's see what this looks like. Ooh, no. Oh no. Oh no. That looks horrible. I think what we need to do is really make sure that scales up a little bit, not just be flat like that. Oh, that's not even properly in the middle. Okay, so let's go down one on each of these again. This one is the middle. Well, yeah, it's still. I think we still have to make it diagonal. So maybe we can have like one spot that's not diagonal like that. Then this needs to be diagonal. Also, let's just also have to put some space up here to put something else. But I think when the cherry wood is just like a flat wall like that, it just doesn't look good. But this should work a lot better. At least that's the hope. So yeah, it seems to give a little bit more space, and then now we can grab some kind of plant. Maybe. I know we grabbed some. Yeah, we grabbed a lot of blue orchids. Let's get some of those and some moss. Yeah, and I think we can put like some lanterns or something back there. Okay, so now we'll probably need some dirt just to have a bridge. And that's where our phantom membranes are. Okay, so and then we need moss. And we need to sleep. I am certainly hoping that we find a mending book soon, though. I'd really like to do some like barge or some kind of like log exploring. Maybe find all the biomes or something like that, but until we get mending, we're pretty stuck. Okay, so here we can do this. Raise this up. Yeah, no, not really, but close. The orchids need to be one higher. Oh, oh, Poyo, what are you barking at? Oh. So, yeah, what if we... If we did it like this. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, now it's... Now we kind of lost the cherry, so if we put another layer of cherry blocks... Maybe even instead of using moss, we use grass or something so that it's not just completely green. Alright, well, we got a little bit more cherry wood here. Okay. Let's try this one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, come on. Please, please, please. Yeah, no, I mean... Yeah, it just looks a little wacky, I guess. Maybe if we add something on top of the... What if we do something... Like, we actually take this copper now. It might also be that it's time to go pillage a monument or ocean monument. I don't want to wait, and I don't want to place all of the copper immediately, so let's just do something like this. So I think that the copper needs to go up 1 block. But that might actually work. And we can put like lanterns on top of there. Like this. We barely grabbed any soul lanterns from the ancient city, did we? No, we did not. Maybe end rods? Let's check end rods and let's check lanterns. It doesn't look horrible. And then I'm also thinking that if this gets lowered like this, we lower this one, we get some height variation on the blue. What direction do the sunflowers face? Do we even have a sunflower? I think we got one sunflower. Two. Let's also grab some rose bushes. So many cherry. So many cherry saplings there. Oh, okay. We'll keep that in there for sure. And then I kind of like the copper in the background. Okay, so let's just bone meal some cherry wood and finish up both sides. Tree grew just now too, not bad. Where did we start the cherry here? We started it off of was it behind or was it right? No, it was right next to it. Oh, okay. Well, we still get to keep some of the pumpkin. I'd like to at least keep one of these, just as just to kind of show that there was a pumpkin patch here. But it's not. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and this one. Yeah, makes sense. respawned. That's a shame. And then maybe we put like soul lanterns on top. And maybe even some more bamboo on the back. Okay, so we gotta make some soul lanterns real quick. We make those probably with this. And iron, I'm assuming. There we go, let's make. Okay, got a bunch of soul lanterns, nice. Oh, oh, scary every time you bark. There's nothing to be barking about, doggy. Poyos. Okay, cool. Now that gives kind of a little bit of a I'm also thinking that we could take out these. And then put a one tall flower there instead. Yeah, I think now it's starting to look pretty good. So it's quite green, so maybe we even change the copper a little bit, but maybe some. Let's see what Lily of the Valley does, and yeah, this is where going to that flower forest and getting a bunch of stuff would be nice. But once again, I don't really want to go out exploring unless we're looking for mending. And firefly bushes, I don't know, maybe not firefly bushes, but you know what about it's like dandelions and cactus flowers. Let's see. How did we get up there? See, the other reason why it'd be nice to get mending, because then we'd like, I would just, you know, I don't mind paying the cost of a rocket to fly up here, you know, but mending durability is just, we just keep having to go to end exploring, but the more we use the end, the more okay, cactus flowers for sure. The more we have to just keep, the further we have to go each time too, or we have to take down the dragon again, which, you know, when you have an elytra is not is essentially like even more trivial than I think there's a bigger error for like a bigger bar for like making a mistake or something like that, because the elytra gives you such a yeah, okay. So I think that looks okay, but let's see what happens if we put the put some more bamboo on the pot on the other side here. So we're gonna get bamboo. We need some dirt blocks. Dirt. Bamboo. Oh no, wait, we gotta go back. Okay, now it's time to take this down here. Be even better, you know, once we get mending, and then once we get a trident, because a trident means that you don't even have to spend you don't even have to spend a rocket. Just have to you know, have a pool of water, which we will definitely have. Okay, so let's just oatmeal this. Oh, the poor bees are just. Please be. You will be stuck forever. Okay. Okay, we should have left the take. We put the box of bone blocks back in last time, and we're gonna need to take that out. That trial chamber paying off once again. That was a fun find. Would have much rather have found a ancient city with, you know, 10 mending books. Actually, if fighting an ancient city with 10 mending books would be, I don't know, that would be like, then the exploration would essentially be over. best part about those is very easy to take down if it doesn't look good. But I think it looks pretty good. They all kind of have varying heights to them. Oh, no way. I went to sleep last night thinking like, oh, this is going to be such a challenge, but sometimes all you got to do is just place some blocks, remove some blocks. Yeah. I, yeah, I really like it. You could even do something, because the density of bamboo here in the back doesn't seem that great. So if we did like another one behind everyone. So let's see how that works. I think it's finally time to get rid of some of this sugar cane too. I mean, I've always been a big fan of bamboo, but I never really used it for building before. But I'm liking the effect up there. That they're adding here. And then we maybe don't add one. Well, one in bamboo or whatever. That's not a saying at all. It's when in Rome, but whatever. Skeletons of the trial chamber are manifesting themselves as shoots of bamboo. Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, not all of them are as tall, which is a little annoying, but you know, yeah, I almost think it's like a little too busy now. So let's remove the backside here. Get some bamboo for our troubles. Get some stuff away here. Also gonna need to put away all those sugar boxes at some point. But I'll just leave the chest there for now. Yeah, I think that looks just better. Though maybe we get rid of these small ones and then replant them. Is it like a natural? Will it just never go above a certain height on this block? No, it looks like it's okay. So just that one there is a little bit too small. one. Which I guess makes sense because it's not. Okay, let's try that. Also make our way up and get some of that bamboo. Oh, I fall. Oh, we're just gonna leave that at the top. So it almost seems like this one is kind of interfering. Yeah, I think. I think it looks okay. You know, it's not my favorite entrance that I've ever done, but the other entrance that I had was diagonal, and oh, you know, now that I think about it, so what we're probably gonna do with the beacons is we're probably gonna set. It's not gonna be, you know, in the totem base, the beacon was right behind this, and it looked really nice. But because we went for a straight entrance or whatever, and not like walking in at a diagonal angle, it's just because I did that in the previous, you know, Totem World. I think in almost all of most of my, the last like couple of hardcore worlds that I played. So I kind of wanted to go back to a flat one just to do something different. And but because of that, we're in a 3x3. So if we were walking here, the beacon, because the beacons are 2x2. So I think that putting the beacon off to the side or something like that, and having this, obviously this is the center of our base right now, but you know, this is going to be like 300 by 300 block area. So this doesn't have to be the center of it, or you know, we could even have this be like in the corner or something, and have the base mostly over here. I don't want to go more towards this side just because it's just a little bit closer to the mesa, and I think from a climate perspective, it feels a little bit better to be further. You know, even we're so close that it doesn't really, you know, it's just kind of like it doesn't really have any meaning or anything like that. But no, I think my dog wants to go outside. I also have the fan on now. You know, living in Las Vegas, it's getting warm. You know, these newfangled computers are essentially heat generators, so space heaters. So we're gonna keep the fan on. Hopefully, it's not too bothersome from a noise perspective. But once again, you know, there's nobody watching it right now, so unless it's like somebody's retroactively watching, it's not gonna be that big of a deal. But yeah, I think I like I like how this looks. So let's take some cherry wood here. And I think we can like maybe do something like that. No, wait. No. Don't tell me. Okay, straight. There. Well, this little... I mean, we could leave it in here just because as like a little Easter egg or something like that. Not exactly an Easter egg, but you know, a reference. But now we got some is it peonies that we got rid of, or did we get rid of the lilacs? We got rid of the lilacs. Let's grab these lilacs. I think putting lilacs, like maybe back here. You know, we're just gonna also go to this pumpkin patch here. Unfortunate, but pumpkin seeds back. Seeds back. Could have some more lilacs, right? What? Where did we put? I think we might have put the lilacs back. I don't want to try and go and go into it. We won't get it. Oh yeah, here they are. It's so weird that you just bowreel these for free lilacs, but then with like the smaller flowers, nothing happens. I think that the way that the firefly bushes work would be a good middle ground. Sorry, dirt. Put some end rods, which we put away. Grab these end rods here. least should copper up this one. And then I'm even thinking last piece of copper here. And just so that it's wrapping around everything. And we can like bring the copper pillars down. But, you know, I also kind of like I guess they should wrap here too. Slowly this cactus farm is, or the pumpkin patch is being eroded. I think it's almost too much copper now. It looks a little bulky. And then I think we add insert blocks here. Yeah, we're just never going to see those peonies or lilacs. We'll have to get them. Yeah, because now there's like some I think that's in this order. And then inside here, we're gonna want to. I'm just gonna grab like dark oak wood and fill it in. But we are stuck. We'll use a firework rocket for that. And we're gonna need to have our first use of our XP farm. Hopefully we can get up to level 30 and enchant another pickaxe. some parkouring here. I'm fine with these two. Actually, if we do that, then they disappear completely. It should almost be time to sleep. Alright. Let's parkour our way in here. Okay, it's very green. I wonder if changing the oxidations on the copper, like, how would it look if we went down one level? Oh, yeah, we need to collect these. Okay, we got enough to renew. Should be some shears in here. Of course, there's not. Okay, but we got a little bit of honey. Goodness. Oh. I think that will actually be a huge, just adding a little bit of more color. So yeah, we're gonna grab some more honey and do that. Got a lot of stuff. Let's put these back, these back, these back. Put that lilac back again. Put it there. Start putting that, fill in the dirt here. Like I said, on the back side here, we're just not really, worst comes to worst, we just put a block there if we need it, if we ever like, or I guess it would be kind of nice to go in there and see how it looks, but, and then we can also get rid of these bottom layers. We're not, as long as we're not in the back or whatever, it's fine. very much like the fact that you know, behind the scenes things look a little, you know, as long as the front looks good or whatever, the behind the scenes can be a little messy. And then obviously lightning storms are going to be a big problem too, so we actually need to put a copper rod. Okay, I think that looks a lot better. Or does it look better, or does it look worse? I don't know. I think it looks better. Okay. And then here, we'll just put some regular lanterns here. No. We'll put a flower pot, collect something there. Just smoke trapdoors or something. But yeah, with all this wood out here, thunderstorms are going to be a problem. So, also, we need to put a lightning rod somewhere. But I'm not sure where. The lightning rod, where do we put the lightning rod? I'm not even sure what area, like, the lightning rod affects even, so... Okay, let's get some spruce trees too, or some spruce leaves. That's not going to be enough. spruce saplings that I'm not worried about renewing on every tree. Let's see what this looks like at night now. Not that bad. It's a little wide, I don't know. It's not perfect, but I'm not the best at entrances or anything like that. I think the one in my totem world is just, that one just feels almost unbeatable to me. That was a combination of just the place that I decided to settle down or whatever, versus, yeah, I don't know. Maybe also just diagonal entrances are just better than flat entrances. And that's something that I will definitely keep in mind next time. But, you know, for now, we're just going to keep this like this. And now, I would like to... We'll definitely have to go get some glowstone. There's not a lot of glowstone, but we need to go get some. And I also want to build a landing pad. So let's repair the elytras again. You. How dare you? That's 2 more pumpkin patches going. The poor pumpkin patch. So and the reason I want a landing pad is I lost a totem because I was flying back from somewhere, and I just kind of like went into my base without even like landing in any water or anything like that. And I guess, you know, like because even in single player, the way Minecraft works is it runs a server, and then, you know, whatever your client is is like a the visual, the renderer or whatever is a different uh, like is a hook to the like the server side of things or whatever. So sometimes there's like some visual disconnect with the server. I'm not 100% sure, but either way, from my perspective, it looked like I just made a smooth landing, but then my totem just popped. And so ever since then, I've been very wary of something like that happening. And obviously, when you have a totem, you know, it's more of an annoyance than anything. But you know, in a hardcore world like this, you know, I wouldn't call that a glitch. I would just say that was, you know, that would be a mistake for not deciding to land in water. So, and this, you know, having it just be right in front of the entrance like this is kind of like silly. So I think changing this into whatever this is nice. But then maybe over here we'll like have like a pool, like kind of like a we'll have a pool, and then we'll like maybe I don't know. Can't be flowing water because then we'll hear it over here. And that was something I didn't want to do. But I think that's really necessary. And then maybe a bed area over here. But yeah, like I said, I don't like it as much as my old my totem world, but I do think that you that one almost felt like unbeatable to me in terms of how good it looked. So sometimes you can't chase perfection. I do like this stuff though, you know, and I do think that this room looks really nice now. It is, once again, it is a lot of tough or whatever, but you know, I think it's good. I'm not like, you know, a pristine like super builder or anything like that, you know. So part of it for me is like, you know, form and function. Like I'm never gonna build like a sitting room, you know, where you can just like sit down or something like that. You know, there's people that will build like villages and houses and stuff like that, but I think it's more fun to like interact with Minecraft in a way that is that kind of speaks to the game mechanics themselves. I don't know like exactly what the game design phrase for that is or whatever, but um, yeah, you know, but it's like, you know, putting like a bench in a game where you can't sit is like kind of silly, and even then, like putting a bench in the game where you can sit is, I think, almost also kind of silly. You know, my like, yeah, I kind of consider steeds to be like parrots. You know, parrots, they sleep. They don't sleep sitting down. They they just alternate between one leg or whatever. And I consider, you know, obviously steeds do like lay down and sleep, but only for a little bit. But it doesn't seem like they naturally need to sleep or anything like that. All right. So we haven't checked on. I'm still so concerned about what was going on with over here. Like, is the crafter still working? How are we on the fuel line anyway? Oh wow, look at that. This fuel line is filling up. 64.46 and 64.46. So it's perfectly even too. Maybe just a, oh, whoa. Well, hello, Stonecutter. We would have considered you lost forever. Good thing we found you. actually just love walking around in the maintenance area sometimes. Like that's just, you know, it's just such a fun part about Minecraft or whatever. Wait, we don't need these. I don't know why those are there. Oh, we're about to lose our axe. We gotta enchant another axe. Yeah, this is definitely, it's looking good. Put some leaf litter back. Okay, so now, yeah, let's repair the axe, and then yeah, I'm even just too scared to harvest those cherry trees, because like, what if, wow, I didn't renew on that one. So yeah, let's retire this axe here. Some diamonds. Okay. Oh, okay, so the kelp just starts. I mean, that's fine. But why is that draining now? I gotta go check that. So you've been shut off. Oh, yeah. So maybe when this line turns on, we gosh, we have no way to. That's actually kind of annoying. Because we'd like to. Yeah, because it's kind of annoying that it's just draining right now. Are you powered by this redstone dust? No, so what's powering you here? Oh no, don't tell me that. I'm so confused. Why? Why is this not retracting? What is wrong with the piston here? Hmm. Why is this piston? I'm just so confused here. Man, I didn't really want to be working on this anymore here, but I mean, okay, so let's just turn this off now. But so is the piston just, what is powering this piston? So do I need to just run repeaters here? Is that what's going on? I see. Um, okay, well now it looks like it's working. But I'd also really like to, I guess, we're gonna have to go get some stone bricks. Oh man, there's always just something. This is why I would never be a good, like, an amazing coder or whatever, because I'd fix one thing and then I wouldn't consider. I thought it was just thought it was done, but now we're back in it. But hey, at least okay. So this torch needs to move over here. And we need maybe a slab like this. I guess we can do something like that. We don't really have to drop down or anything. But because these are repeaters now. Well, we specifically only need to get rid of the one that's on top of this piston here. So now it's not going to drain down in there. The roof looks so silly now, but I just have no idea what's got redstone on it, what doesn't, so we're just gonna leave it like it is. No, actually, there we go. Well, yeah, we'll put a stair block there, so now we can see that redstone. That's fine. Okay, let's just make sure we didn't get any junk in the fuel line here. Okay. So we can do something. You know, not everything. We don't have to like walk around the whole thing. Be able to. Let's not just rearrange the redstone just for no reason. You have to walk around like this. That's fine. Okay. Okay. And this button is just never going to do anything. This button does not seem to interact with any bit of redstone, so that's good. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess the thing was off for a while, so there would be some weird numbers there. Okay. So we turn this line off. Ruh-roh. Thought we were done, but you know, I think once the XP actually works. So these hoppers should be going. But they're not. Where aren't they going? Where would they be getting power from at this point? Oh, it's they're just flowing through. I'm just not seeing they are going. Okay, no, they are going. Which is weird because I'm reading the comparator from the chest, and you're. Oh wait, no, I'm reading the comparator from the hopper. Wait a second. Oh no. Because this needs to lock it if this is full too. Which means we do need to be grabbing a comparator output here. Okay. So okay, so now you're stacking up again, and then when you're full, you will turn off. Okay, and then we need to make sure, so you're under this block. So this block has to be a repeater, but these can be redstone dust. When you're on, you need to lock it no matter what too. Okay. How do we elegantly get this redstone line over here? We could do something like this. Grab a redstone dust, grab a torch. So now you're gonna lock, yeah, you're gonna lock it no matter what now. Okay, and so then when you fill up, you're going to turn off. So we actually need a double torch here. We could actually grab this red. Funny enough, I think we're going to need a redstone block. We're going to need a target block. Put the target block here. A redstone torch here. We're going to need a block there. Put a redstone torch here. Put some dust here. Okay, so now you're filling up. And when you're at full, you're going to turn off oh no. I thought it was all fixed. But it's not even close to fixed. It's actually a disaster now. I feel like it's more logic than is needed now. Um, well, I guess the best way to see what happens is if we take a bunch of dried kelp and put it in there and see what happens. We need even more dried kelp. It might work. Okay, so you shut off now. Now you're accumulating some. Okay, is it draining down now? It's so annoying that we have to have 4 repeaters like that doing that whole thing, but I mean, it looks like it's. Yeah, wait, I mean, is it actually just working now? the question will be, what happens? Oh no, but this torch is always going to be off, isn't it? Yep. So let's remove this block. This dust isn't on though. Is there any way we can see into the redstone back there now? Not by like just casually walking or anything like that. So, okay, that's fine too. I guess we should keep that flips. So you have 64 in you, and you're keeping the hopper locked. And you're gonna keep the hopper locked because your switch is on. Okay, we gotta craft some more redstone torches too. Oh, I gotta switch my laundry too. I'll be right back. Switching the laundry. So, you know, I know that there's just so many redstone components, or, you know, like, that are just kind of like of history in Java that, you know, uses quasi connectivity, but that should really just go at some point. We don't need quasi connectivity. I say that as somebody who doesn't do compact redstone or anything like that. Like most of these circuits could probably be compacted down very badly if somebody like wanted too. But I kind of like just running wires and things like that. It makes it look fun. Okay, so that actually doesn't. So it needs to be like that. Still get on top of the rail. Oops. Keep going. No idea where this lantern came from. Maybe down here somewhere. Now that's a strange one. Now I heard a torch burning out there. That's not fun. Hmm. Okay. walk around. Okay, so let's take these. Ooh, get that light trap. Also, let's make sure there's nothing crazy in the crafter. Nope. Okay, so you're still staying full because of the repeater here. So we're not getting a torch burnout. This is... I guess now that this is here, we can kind of add that. Okay, well, I'm assuming that's working for... It's going to be working. It's going to work for us now. Maybe we can put like a slab right there. Put a slab like this. Yeah, we can see the redstone, but we can also walk over here. Okay, does that solve it now? Because now, as long as this is full, it's going to lock the hopper. If this one... Okay, so we gotta just wait a little bit longer to see if... Because yeah, right now, you're essentially full. You're not like turning off and on. And you would just lock this. You would just lock this whole thing no matter what. have our 64 in here. And what if we take out a stack then? And if we put in a stack here, I think it's a little confusing. Oh man, I think it's got though. Oh yeah, that has to be stereo. No way. I mean, is it? Oh no, we got a power grill. Why do we have a power grill? That's why we have a power grill. Now there shouldn't be any quasi-connectivity powering this thing. I think that's mission complete. Then I suppose we could also do something where, well, no, actually. Oh wait, what? Yeah, okay. Why is that? Why is that block? What's going on down here? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I mean, I guess we'll just put a repeater here. So now let's see. Let's grab some dry kelp. Okay, we got level 30. Mr. Cat, I was just figuring out a bunch of redstone. And if we turn this off, everything should start flowing again. But why is this block specifically... What is going on with this one? This is one that I don't understand even one bit of what's going on. Something's powering me. Super annoying. That's what it is, right? Is this thing is being powered. This thing is... Which means that when we put a redstone dust like that into this, and then put like Hey, you can't put your... Oh, hey, oh no. No, I just spilled water everywhere, cat. Oh, shoot. Oh no. No, so annoying. Luckily, it's just on the side of my desk, so not gonna be anything too horrible here. But still, my fault for keeping an open water bottle when cats live with you, because that's like, you know, that's not the smartest thing. No, you. Ugh. He just presses stuff on the keyboard. Okay, so what about now? Yeah, no, it's still redirecting here. Okay. And then we got a slab so we can see the right side from the bottom. Yeah, but we had to move the redstone up one block. Okay. So, I think I'm going to sign off right now. I got to use the restroom. I've got the gym, but this was a very productive session. And next time when we come back after the gym and everything, I'm gonna go. Oh, okay. I think a lantern got dropped. Got a lantern somewhere here. We'll just put it right here. And yeah, we will. Actually, wait. Let's get a stone cutter. What happens if we put a stair right here? That does not interact with the wall. Okay, now we can put a lantern right there. as long as we get 2 tough bricks. Let's just get those real quick. Should be good. Get a whole stack just in case. Okay. I was gonna say, like we had the perfect 15 there. There's no reason that should have been causing a problem at all. But man, quasi connectivity is really annoying when you're trying to be intuitive with redstone. But I guess when you're being, but if you want to be compact with redstone, then that's a really nice. It's a really nice feature, I guess. I don't know. Make sure there's no mobs around. But yeah, okay. Okay. It's looking good. Yeah, when we get back, we'll harvest this. But I gotta go to the bathroom, so I'm just going to end the stream here. Very productive. Okay. Both of those lights are off, right? Yeah. Okay. Signing off here.